Hello guys, good day. This is Anne of Reinforce Me Club. Today we are going to talk about how accountability leads to success. Now, first things first. What is accountability? Accountability is the willingness to accept responsibility to one's actions, whether it's right or wrong. For example, in a workplace, like in the hospital, there is an outgoing and incoming nurses and doctors. That's per shift. It could be like 12-hour shift or 24-hour shift. So once the handover is done, it means that the oncoming nurses and doctors are responsible of the task and the outcome of the task for the entire shift. Another example is when your spouse asks you to buy a certain brand of pasta. This is just hypothetical. She wants you to buy this particular pasta because it's delicious, it's good quality, and it's going to be worth it. But as a husband, you can't find this in the store. You have to buy this in a particular store, but you can't find it. So what you're gonna do is, you got to ask her. I mean, you have to tell her that it's not available in the store, and maybe you might want to try this and this. Otherwise, you got to find that brand, her favorite brand, as best as you can. It could be from another store, because you are responsible for the completion of her request the moment you said yes. And you want it to be like a high quality result. And high quality is a total completion of the task, and that is to buy the brand that she wants. That's not only for you or for her. That's for the entire family. Matter of fact. And when can you show accountability? The moment you do whatever it takes to meet your own standards and expectations for yourself. That is the perfect time to start. What I'm trying to say is, whatever you do to yourself, you do it to others. When you're lying to yourself, might as well, there's a high probability that you're going to do it to others. Otherwise, if you prioritize others' expectations and standards, that could be quite exhausting. You're going to end up tired, and in the most part, it's not sustainable. So the best place to start being accountable is to yourself first, by means of doing what you're going to say you'll do, and raising your standards. Like when you say that you're going to wake up at 5 a.m., you're really going to wake up at 5 a.m. Get up within 5 seconds when it's 5 a.m. without, pressing the snooze button on your phone. So when you are accountable to others, it means that you admit your own mistakes and you make amends to yourself first. You have to come up with a solution for an issue. It could be, for example, you have an issue with your colleague. You have to come up with a solution, whether to apologize or not apologize, but change your action. This is the new reality, new way of dealing with the person, dealing with a certain situation, with your teammate, with your colleague. So you have to make a resolution to yourself first. Then you make amends to others, or just change your way. And again, when you admit your mistakes, there's a distinguishing factor, and that distinguishing factor is that it means that you are willing to improve, to get better, and in the most part, build a good and real relationship to others. So when you are accountable to yourself, you might as well you're going to be accountable to others and to your workplace, business, team, and inside your home. And how are you going to show accountability? You can show accountability by not making excuses, not being a member of this blame others, blame the government, blame the electricity, blame whatsoever, blame mentality, blame others mentality. It means that you are intentional with your action. And when you make mistakes, you own it, and you amend to yourself and to other people. You make solution and resolution to not make the same mistake again. And that leads to improvement. Another way to show accountability is to seek feedback proactively from others, from your spouse, kids, colleagues, boss, and in the most part, from people who truly loves you, not from people pleasers. It's important to note that when people gives you feedback, it must be not in a way that you want to hear it, because sometimes the truth hurts. And seeking feedback could be like crucial sometimes, especially when you don't like the person. But in the most part, you also have to ask some kind of healthy feedback in a healthy way. It's not the kind of feedback that's going to like put you down intentionally from others. That is why you have to ask feedback from the people that you know who loves you very much. The matter of fact is, the people who loves you, they want you to improve. They love you as you are, but they want you to improve. They don't want you to stay as you are for the rest of your life. They want you to do something about yourself so you can meet. You can always upgrade yourself through feedbacks from people who loves you most. And of course, seeking feedback means looking for the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts. And what's the difference between accountability and responsibility? Accountability means that you have to ensure that the task will be completed. It means that you are to blame when it comes to the quality of the task and the completion of the task. While responsibility, it means that you are obliged to complete the task. You are required. All right, it's like a requirement. And when you are required to do something, and when the quality of the work is poor, sometimes you can just, no, it's not my fault. You can just say that to your boss. It's not my fault because of this, because of that. No, I'm not responsible for that. That's not my fault. Just wash your hands. But when it comes to accountability, you earn it. You earn those negative feedbacks. It hurts, yeah, and that's the key to improvement. You improve it the next time around, because you are to blame and you own it. You own the task. And accountability is also very specific. For example, in a household, like you have 3 siblings. The goal of your mom is to keep the house clean. And you are in charge to clean the house on Mondays and Tuesdays. The other 2 siblings will do the rest. In other words, if the house is not clean on Mondays and Tuesdays, you are going to be the one to blame. Because you are responsible to clean the house on Mondays and Tuesdays. But if you did your best to clean the house on Mondays and Tuesdays, but your mom's still not satisfied about it, since you want, it's part of your standard is to keep your mom satisfied, you have to ask your mom about her standards. Like, what does it mean when you say the house isn't clean? Because I clean the house on Mondays and Tuesday. What do you want me to do? Help me improve. So that's one specific action. Although the common goal of your mom is to keep the house clean 7 days a week, the whole month, whole year. And accountability is result focus, while responsibility is more like a task of what to do. So you want good results, completion with effectiveness. That's accountability. While responsibility is more like what to do, like doing a specific task, regardless of the quality and the effectiveness. And in the most part, accountability cannot be delegated. So let's go back to the what your mom tells you to clean the house on Mondays and Tuesdays, and the rest of the siblings will clean up the rest of the days in the week. So since you are in charge of the household cleaning on Mondays and Tuesdays, and it's been delegated to you, it means that the quality of the house, the quality of the cleanliness of the house cannot be delegated to your other siblings. The quality and order of the house is your responsibility. So you have to clean up the way it has to be done in your own standards and in your mom's standards. Just for the sake, for world peace, to satisfy everybody. So all in all, how does accountability really make you successful? Accountability, when you own your choices and actions every single time, it helps you create some kind of discipline to yourself. And this discipline will help you avoid or prevent distractions in the most part. Distractions like victim mentality, blaming others, entitlement, for example. You blame the government for your current status in life. Like, you're broke. You blame the government. You blame your parents. Because your parents has to help you. That's entitlement. The government has to give you money so you won't be broke. So when you are accountable, you are responsible to your own success. Since you are accountable and you have a discipline to meet your own goals, you have no time for these distractions. And with accountability and discipline, you can able to establish your own self-worth because you have your own standards met, shall I say. You can make a difference. You become confident, competent, creative, innovative. You can even ask your boss to give you a raise. So in other words, self-wise, you have freedom. Freedom to meet your goals because you're focused to it. You're like hyper focused. You have no time for distraction because you own your own status. You own your own actions, errors, responsibilities. With all of that, that makes you unstoppable. So this is Anne once again of Reinforce Me Club telling you, live, learn, repeat until you make it. So have a nice day ahead. Thank you so much for watching.